thought we put together much more of a complete 40 minutes, which was nice to see. Defensively, we were great in the first quarter. Thought we really executed our game plan well, and I think we did in the fourth as well, but the second and the third got a little complacent. But offensively, we know this team can score, and we really love to share the ball. It was fun to watch them do their thing today, especially as Penn started to gain some momentum at certain times. You know, they went on a little bit of a run, and I felt like we just kept hitting big shots, making big plays. And that's a good sign of a team right now, you know, heading into kind of finishing the first round and going to the second round back to play.
All right, questions for Abbey and Cece?
Abbey, just, you know, to hit that three early, I know you talked about trying to find your rhythm last week. How much do you think that helped you get to where you wanted to be today offensively?
Yeah, I mean, seeing the ball go in early, it just builds confidence, and I was kind of riding off that. Did airball the next one, but like, I think that's why, like, the amazing thing about that is like my teammates and like Coach Hughes was like, I love it, like keep shooting it. So I think I just really give credit to like the, you know, constant confidence being put in me by my teammates.
Generally speaking, just you were doing a lot of guarding Matea Gale. Just curious what you saw out of her, what your first impressions were now that you've seen her twice this year.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great guard, a freshman, and I think she has like a bright future in this league. Yeah, I mean, she's on the other team, so my job is to try to make her not score. So yeah, next time if we match up with them and not put on her, I'm going to make sure her life's a living hell. So.
Cece, you've obviously been such a consistent scorer for this team throughout. You know, how comfortable has the transition been playing you for this team, and you know, how much do you feel like, you know, you're kind of a seamless part of this offense at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it. It's been a great transition for me. This offense is definitely a lot different than my first 2 years in college, but I think it's a really good different. The girls and the coaches have just made it so easy, and yeah, I think like Abbey said too, like it's so easy to play with this group, and everyone's just building confidence in one another, and I think we're definitely on the right track. So.
And also, just as someone with four sisters, I'm wondering what you see of the bond between Kitty and Fliss Henderson, and you know, how much you think that plays into the ability for them to play so well together.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, growing up with four sisters, like I think you have a little bit more of a connection. I mean, they fight less than me and my sisters, so I'll give them that. But yeah, they're great, and I think Kitty just loves having Fliss here now, and they're playing so well together, and I think they'll continue to down the line.
Where do you fall among the five sisters?
I'm the middle.
You're the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in the middle.
Smack.
Questions for Abbey. I know like last time when you played Penn, it wasn't exactly your best game. Got like kind of struggled with scoring. So like, what kind of went into like this game that you think helped you like get into the group much faster?
Yeah, 1000%. I mean, I think you said it like that. Just wasn't me basketball. I guess it was like Coach G was like, "You're better than that," and it wasn't necessarily just me not putting up numbers on the offensive end, but it's like I just wasn't completely there. Like I wasn't being disruptive. I wasn't a factor in the game, and I think that was the biggest switch I wanted to make playing them the second time. Like I want to be a big factor in this game, not just offensively, but like in this game. Like I want to be disruptive, get rebounds, and yeah.
You guys clearly hate to lose. It seemed like you came out trying to send a message early on in this one. Was there a concerted effort to set the tone early here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously coming off the loss last week, but then also having like the last game at home against Penn in the back of our minds a little bit. We let them creep back into the game, and we definitely didn't want that to happen. So we tried to obviously stop them defensively, set a goal of keeping them under 60 points, and obviously we accomplished that. I think they only got 55. So yeah, just setting the tone defensively and trying to have a full 40 minutes.
Coach, just, you know, kind of jumping off of that point, were you looking for your team to set the tone? Were you looking for your team to send a message early, you know, off of a loss?
Definitely. I think we've had a lot of talks since Saturday, and I think that sometimes you feel like you're talking in circles or you're talking about the same things, but we've been saying all year there's some major changes that we need to make as a defensive unit, and it's like, sometimes you get to coast by because you get big wins, or we're just such an offensively gifted team that's like we can score for score, right, with teams a lot. And then you're like, well, what lessons are we learning here? And I thought we got taught a big lesson last week about our one-on-one defense. Our rotations were out of sync. Our communication just wasn't where it needed to be. So, we had to really undress all that this week. And I was proud of them. I think, especially Cece, she's such a great leader. Like, it just comes so naturally to her. And she doesn't hang on mistakes, so she can just get to the next thing. Whereas, like some of your other players, sometimes that's not the case. And so we've really empowered her to be more of a vocal leader, more of a glue, get the team going, and not wait her turn, which I thought we saw that tonight.
Did you expect it to be this seamless? I mean, I'd say obviously recently she's been really scoring, but just from the get-go, she's been double figures with you almost without fail all season.
Yeah, I did. I watched so much of her. Like, when I remember watching this game, the game she was talking about, she was on SportsCenter, hit some crazy shot. They ended up losing an OT, and I said, when she goes in the transfer portal, we're gonna get her. And it was I knew that's how good she could make us and how good we would make her. So right from the get-go, I never tell players they're gonna start. And I didn't tell her that in her recruiting message. We had some really great conversations. She loves the game. She loves basketball. But when she first got to campus, I was like, I'm not playing around with you. I was like, you're going to be a leader and you're going to be a starter. And I just think from then on, she was able to just figure it out. And then you have a player like this who's just the most selfless and humble kid ever. It's how can you not love playing alongside each other?
In terms, I didn't want to monopolize.
You're good.
Okay, so Riley Weiss, and just, again, it seemed like at critical moments in this one, while it was closer, while it was still in doubt, you knew you could rely on Riley for scoring, and you give Abbey extra breathing time. That's what you saw, and I'm curious how much that's going to figure down the stretch for you guys.
Absolutely. It's they're so good together because Riley doesn't see the coverages that Abbey does. No team has two defenders that can chase two great scorers around. So Riley actually benefits quite a lot and gives Abbey breaks when she's on the court with her, right? And then also, Riley needs to start knowing how to play without Abbey, because it's that's going to be her role in our future. So I think it's special. We try to make sure she gets a lot of minutes with her, and then also she's able to, like you said, give Abbey some breaks here and there. But she's so talented. It's her and Matea Gill, I think there's two freshmen in our league. Sky Belker's another one. Our league's in really good hands moving forward. You've got these three talented freshmen that aren't afraid of the moment, will take big shots. Sometimes they make them, sometimes they don't, but it's a pretty tight race, I would say, for Rookie of the Year right now.
And you saved me essentially 2/3 of that question, Matea Gill. I'm just curious, your impressions, not even just, those shots at the end of the first and the third, but also as somebody who, Mike's calling her number out of timeouts. How significant is it to see a freshman who's able to lead like that as she is right away?
Yeah, I think what it has, I've noticed the most about her is, it's not even her talent, it's just, she's hungry. She doesn't really get defeated easily. She makes a couple plays. She had a couple plays where she fell early in the game, going for a rebound or trying to get a foul. And it's she just keeps going, and I can tell, she really wants it. She wants to be really good, which I think is that is the number one thing you need to have before the skill. And if you have that, you can usually figure the rest of it out. I think too, it's interesting because she's a scoring guard, right, running their offense. So I'm sure Mike's gonna have fun figuring that out, moving forward, how he plays people with her, but. She's a nice little player.
Yeah, for sure.